Hi peaches, it's Shaaba. Welcome back to my channel and thank you for clicking on another video. Today we're going to be doing something a little bit interesting, perhaps infuriating, perhaps blood boiling. We are going to be taking a look at bad women's anatomy. What is bad women's anatomy, I hear you ask? Well, it's a collection of terrible, terrible posts from the internet that can make you laugh, can make you cry, can definitely make you agree that sex education is not where it needs to be, not just in this country, in the world. We need to improve it, and I'm hoping maybe we can learn a thing or two in this video. Have a little laugh along the way. Are you ready? My ex and I once got into an argument because he insisted that everyone gets their period at the end of the month, and I told him, that's not true. This is why I can't talk about feminism with you, he said. This is why I can't tell you about your body. How dare you, woman? How dare you? Don't you know that I'm a man, therefore I know everything? The floodgates only open between the 29th and the 31st. And on a leap year, one day earlier. All I can say, babe, is I'm glad that he is your ex. That's a bit harsh. If a girl is on birth control and she likes you, consider it an insult. Birth control literally alters a woman's sexual preference to find beta males more attractive. This is not opinion or a joke. It's real fact. Okay, babe, a lot of the world's population of women are on birth control, and if this is what you need to say to make you feel better about not being liked by women, that's alright. I'll let you believe it. I'll give you a pass, but just this once. Also, just putting it out there, I love a good beta male. Based on the definition of beta males and alpha males that I've seen, I can't stand alpha males. I think they're I'm not gonna lie, I don't like the arrogance. I like to be the control freak in the relationship. I can't find a source, but I know there have been cases where a man sleeps with one woman and then goes and sleeps with another woman before showering, and some of the first woman's eggs are still on his... They can implant into the second woman who can carry the first woman's child. It's the same idea as medical egg donors. I'm having to remind myself that it's not the person's fault who posted this. Seriously, it's not. Sometimes people are just exposed to the wrong influences. Let's use this as a learning moment. Eggs are not stored in that way. You can't reach an egg that easily. You know what I'm imagining? I'm considering a breadstick going into caviar. That's the visuals that my brain has given me. Stop it, Shaaba. Fun fact. Don't ask me why I know this, but a cute little tiny sperm has to travel about 15 centimetres. It's like, I think it's 8 to 15 centimetres, but at least 15 centimetres to get to an egg. Just wanted to let you know that. So there is no way at all, and that is from the end, you know, from where the sperm is ejected to beginning its journey. There is no way at all that this could possibly happen. If it was possible to happen, I tell you, I think IVF would be a significant amount cheaper. But alas, it is not. Period pain. Girls, you don't understand. My period, it hurts me. Scoliosis, femoral plate, body bruises, depression, anxiety, and bad knees. Hee sorry. Look at this graphic. Oh, of course, silly me. I had no idea. I totally forgot that only men had bad knees. I totally forgot that women don't have spines. That's why we can never get scoliosis. Doit. This meme has taught me. Thank you very much. Every day is a school day. When you've been a vegan for 10 years and your fallopian tubes aren't clogged with dairy and animal fat, so there's no menopause. Do you know? Whoever wrote this tweet should be employed for the Brexit campaign, because that is the kind of logic that will get you far in those kind of careers. I appreciate the clown emoji. I kind of thought that all of these would solely be coming from men, and so to hear some of them come from contexts that make total sense to have been written by women is quite disconcerting, I'm not gonna lie. Me, in middle school, when I was told that you're supposed to check your boobs for lumps, but no one told me about mammary glands, and I thought I had hundreds of little lumps and I was gonna die any second. Oh my goodness, I can relate to this so hard. Copperfield, gorgeous organisation by the way, came to our school and did like this little talk type thing, and I was like, yeah, I'm gonna check my boobs, and I was so concerned. I shouldn't. It's a very serious thing. Check your boobs. Check your boobs. Check all over your body at all times. Love yourself. Make sure you know yourself so you know when there are differences. But I just laugh at how silly I was being, because that is what I felt and that is how I felt. And I was like, nah. Why do people do paternity tests but not maternity tests? Is this proof of sexism against men? I bet whoever wrote that thought they were being incredibly clever. Finding a loop in the system to be like, huh, just saying, you know, men exist too. But I think the point to be made here is it's really difficult to forget pushing a child out of your body. I feel, don't get me wrong, we may have to consult Hercules. Feel like that's test enough. you know? Having said that though, there are of course maternity tests. DNA tests do exist to find biological mums in adoption situations and other kind of situations for non-traditional family structures. So yeah, this is both stupid and factually incorrect. Upcoming period, says Cycle Tracking Health. Your period may start any day in the next 3 weeks. Super helpful! I use an app called Cycle to track my periods. If you are a body that experiences periods, I highly recommend it. And I can promise you it's significantly more accurate than this. It helped me very recently because when I was planning to go on honeymoon, I could feel very certain that I wasn't going to be on my period whilst I was away. Because I was like, oof, my window is gone. I know I can pack on my sexy cute little bikinis and not have to worry about extra barriers, if you get my drift, to stop my drift. If men are creeps, why dress provocatively? My whole point is there are men trying to be good men. You've been told, women. A woman walking around without a bra can cause a good man to stumble. Woman. We have impulses. Woman. And our brains dump the feel-good chemicals when we see such things. I'm not asking women to wear a burqa, but we men could use some help. Someone responded in a much kinder way than I would and said, women can dress how they want and don't owe you an explanation. Here's the thing, we don't own men shit. Learn some self-control like a proper adult. I agree. Have you seen the kids with a marshmallow experiment? Go learn a thing or two. If you stare at a woman's chest, that's totally on you, not her. And they responded, you sound like a real Jezebel. I'm sure Babylon is giving you your best life. Don't worry, friends, it's okay. We know not to listen to the posts of people who refer to people as Jezebels. We steer clear of that one. Can someone please enlighten me to what other purpose boobs serve other than being used as a gentleman's sexual pleasure? Have you seen a cow, sir? Have you ever seen a cow? Do they give you gentleman's sexual pleasure? Just wondering, because they clearly demonstrate the primary function of boobs. Dating apps based on ideology are pointless because women are biologically engineered. Oh, I don't even want to continue reading. Women are biologically engineered to be differential to men, which is to say, if the lady you're courting respects you at all, she'll start thinking exactly like you after 6 months of going out or so. Bye. I'm done. I'm very done. Sometimes when I read these things, I can reassure myself that it's written in satire, but this one I'm not too sure. We've come a long way. We have come a long way. Sorry, I just saw the text and then I saw the actual context of this post. Lara Croft and the pointy boobs that, you know, she moved would like jab an eye out. That could like slice through the glass that she was smashing through. The waist that's as skinny as a neck. And yet the butt that is just like 2 watermelons glued together. Those were some potato graphics. And this photo on the right, this is from Horizon, right? Zero Dawn. I find that incredible. I actually thought when I first looked at this that that was a photograph. I know this isn't supposed to be a geeking out video where we look at the graphic comparisons. What this is trying to show is the incredible, realistic, beautiful portrayal of peach fuzz. Peach fuzz, friends, which is why I call you peaches, because I'm a sexy peach. I've got peach fuzz all over me. You can see the pores, you can see the difference in the skin colour, like the mottliness, you can see the imperfections in the lip cracks, and it's all so beautiful. We've come a long way. We really have. Don't get me wrong, this is incredibly impressive, but I'm still confused on UHD graphics as a whole. Like, what benefit does me being able to see every individual pore, strand of hair, and lip wrinkle have? I think it's none because it melts my graphics card every time, and that's what scares me about this. Babe, you're getting it all wrong. The benefit is that you are seeing reality. When you are gaming, and when you are seeing consistently the portrayal of women as having pores and hairs on their face. Sure, maybe your graphic card is working harder, but you know what's not? Your brain, when somebody tells you and wakes up in the morning, this is how I look. Because you are actually going to be like, wow, you are beautiful and amazing just the way you are. Because I don't see women through a filter. I see women genuinely, pores, peach fuzz and all. That is why, friend, that is why. The pressure was built up in her uterus and she knew her period had arrived. Looking around class, everyone was focusing on their work. And Mr. Johnson, do you think Johnson was like a pun intended, was flipping through his newspaper. She raised her hand and he looked up. I need to use the restroom. Mr. Johnson squinted. Hold it. She slunk back into her seat and clenched her pelvic muscles to stop the flow of her crimson shame. 10 minutes passed, however, and the pressure was mounting. Because that's what periods do, friends. We actually have internal geyser counters. She did a good job holding it for the time, but it was becoming a desperate situation. She raised her hand again, and Mr. Johnson misogynistically sighed. What does a misogynistic sigh sound like? What? I really need to go to the bathroom. Fine, but you get an F for female. She frowned, but had no choice. She made a mad dash to the bathroom, breaking her heels along the way, which flattened her shoes enough to gain more speed. As she ran towards the bathroom, her heaving, ample breasts, filled with milk, bounced and sloshed back and forth in her bra. Thankfully, she made it in time before her womb made a bloody explosion. She inspected her pants in the stall and sighed in relief. Thank you, Kegels. What am I reading? This has to be satire. I will not for a second believe that anybody wrote this intentionally, because if I do, I lose all faith in humanity. I would say that's never a phrase I thought that I would be saying, but here you go. Thank you, Kegels. Do you fart? I think everyone does. Pretty ladies don't. Literally everyone farts. No, elegant ladies don't. Could you imagine Keira Knightley or Kate Middleton farting? You know what, babe? You're totally right. They don't fart. You know what else they don't do? Poop. The food that they digest just magically dissolves and poofs out in a sprinkle of glitter. No, that would be classed as a fart, wouldn't it? It perspirates out of their armpits. What do men think of cellulite on women? A normal bodily function? I guess that it's a normal bodily function due to aging and other habits. It's not a normal bodily function. It's the result of infection. It's just very common. You heard it here first, babe. Antibiotics and your cellulite should go away. Should we do one last one? New Zealand is making period products free in all schools. All this is going to do, says Karen, is encourage girls to have their periods at school. I don't think this is a good idea. To be fair, Karen here does have a point. Honestly, I mean, I often conjured my period to occur alongside my sloshing boobs, specifically so I could get out of tests in a way that gave me extenuating circumstances and avoided the grade F for female. That, by the way, wasn't a misogynistic sigh. I don't have the means to be able to do that. Honestly, these are just so, to borrow the word from Rowley, unhinged. I can't tell if I love or hate Bad Women's Anatomy. I definitely don't think I've learned anything today, but I'm really hoping that we can help. How are we gonna help? This has broken me. If you enjoyed it, please do give it a thumbs up, subscribe if you'd like to see more, and I'll see you next time with another video. Be kind and have a great day.